us to the Broncos' 13-yard line. From the gun on third down, Eason. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
He finds Taylor, complete. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 4, and it's a 2nd down.
Second and 6. At the Broncos' 7-yard line. He can't look at me. Zipper. Kill. Get it.
Here's Taylor. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything, change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the 4th quarter. The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Eason. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And the Broncos' 1st down.
18 Gator. Smooth. Check. Go.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Lock to throw on 2nd down. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Lock working out of the gun. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. That goes for a gain of 31.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
Now a carry for Lindsey, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
Ready. 60 outlaw.
I got you. Check.
6-6, bullet high. Keep grip.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. This to perhaps salt this one away. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. But things just got interesting. They tried for the long field goal there to salt this one away. They don't get it, and now a little time for the other guys to mount a late drive.
Well, they thought their kicker would put it through the post and finish this one off. I'm sure they discussed pooch punting it and letting their defense take over. Well, the defense now has to make it stand up, but they didn't get the best field position because the ball...
It's a foot race. Past the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there, with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the fourth quarter. So here we go. The Colts will go for 2.
Let's go. Go. 2.
They'll look to throw, and it's caught, but he is not going to make it. It's a big play by the defense, and they're going to hold on to their 2-point lead. And the Broncos are going to get the football. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He doesn't find a ton of space following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Block now to throw. He's going to air one out. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Had a chance to give themselves there some important wiggle room, but it went awry.
Yeah, let's do the simple math here, and you know for me it has to be simple. Instead of this thing kind of giving them that wiggle room you talked about, now we're talking about possibly losing a ball game because they left the door open.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. They go to the ground again with Taylor. Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves them with 14 yards still to go on third down. Didn't get a whole lot there, but at least he got out of bounds, stopped the clock.
True on every count there, because I know for a fact that when that call came in, it was tagged with these words. Make sure to tell him, if he doesn't have anything, get out of bounds. Save the time on the clock. Now they've got to start considering what their play calling is because they've got to push it downfield.
Hey, Foxtrot. Look at me. Score.
He's back to throw. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. A good pick up there on 20 yards. This quarterback now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
General West. Fight.
On second down, it's Taylor. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go a long way.
Yeah, I was going to say, could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts.
Check 3, check 3. Check 37, check 30. Go. Deep rip.
He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now a desperation throw. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And Bryant's kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
Let's go.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays.
He's got a man, complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
I can't believe they even let you.
Now Locke. And that one drops to the ground, incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds, 19 left. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon, and he's going to be met at about the 43. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. The first down line at the 34 here on third down. On third down, here's Lindsey. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. A nice run leaves him just inches from a first. Could they possibly be tempted to try this on 4th and about a foot? And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. This from 52, and this for the win. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And it'll be all smiles on Blake Street tonight. The Broncos have won it. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Denver, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2.